Okay. Let's do it. And we're reading for... see how this project's gonna go. Let's see how your project will go, Prince. But hell yeah. Hell yeah. We were just doing some music, listening. That was like a... But I had to. Okay, but anyway, let's keep going. Let's get into your project. Let's see how things are gonna go. That's what you need to know. Do. Now, with that, who has that Simpsons? Who named their cat Apu? Wasn't it Isabella? Yeah, Isabella, she named her cat Apu. And now I got like a Simpsons song stuck in my head. What's that? Just don't look. Just don't look. You know that when it's like the House of Horrors where they say, just don't look. Just don't look. Yeah! And now I have that song stuck in my head, like a Simpsons song. I love it though, because I love the Simpsons. The Simpsons from my childhood. Honestly, when I was a kid, I kind of thought of our family as like the Simpsons. It was weird. I like had a lot of like, I feel like some people do that. A lot of Pisces do that. They have like they blur the lines between reality and like fantasy. So, you know, that's okay though. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's see how the project's gonna go. But I do love that, and I do love names like that for dogs and animals. My dog's name's Smokey, so he's, you know, it's just like fun, just like, you know. But anyways, let's do this, Prince. Fuck. Now. Hype. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Okay, so I think, okay, so Prince. So correct me if I'm wrong, but like you kind of like, okay, justice is reversed in this case. So this is like your motivation in this case. This would just represent your motivation, where it's coming from, kind of wanting to correct things. When justice is reversed, it's kind of like, you know, like I just kind of like want to make sure that like things are gonna come back to me that I put in, and sometimes when this card's reversed, it can be like you wanting to take that justice like move, because think about it. Whenever you're wanting to get like justice, or not like justice, I just say like justice for like lack of like a better word in like anyone's case. But think of it like I know you're smart enough to like, you know, put the words together. But like when you're trying to correct a situation and the justice card is reversed, this would be like things not being in your favor. Like when you, this would be like karma, like just not, I don't know, just like not getting out as much as you get in, basically. Like you're gonna put a lot in, and it might be more than you might want to. So the Six of Swords is the card of like, it's like, okay, so this is like the card of, what's it called? It's like science and it's the Lord of proven sciences and works. It's like things you do through like something that you're planning, basically. In this case, this is like what you're missing, what you're not understanding, or just not considering. So in this case, I think there's a lot more science that you may need to figure out in this, like kind of like like a lot of the details, because like the Six of Swords is kind of like more earned, more coming from like a more logical stance. This is like when you're applying things that you've learned, like when you're doing the calculations and you're like, okay, well, if I do it this at that time, then it's gonna work. This is like coming to a new kind of place also, and kind of like needing to kind of like use a little bit of things you already know or things that are already reliable. So in this case, I think for what you're missing, what you're like lacking, what you're not considering, I think some science. I think you need to really get down into the like the really finite science of this, especially if you want this venture with your sister to like this project to be, successful. The 5 of Swords. Okay, now this is the bad thing. The 5 of Swords is really like it's really like the card that's like saying, okay, you may have like these ideal things that you want, but when it comes down to it, like it's almost I look like the emoji monster. Oh, but this is kind of like you want to help them, but almost like a lot of things are conflicting. The 5 of Swords, when you're pulling for things, like when you're pulling for the outcome, is kind of like more problems than you kind of realize, than you even want to take on. This could even be like unneeded problems needing to be taken on. Honestly, like when the 5 of Swords is pulled, like it's not good when it's upright. It's not good when it's reversed. Um, the 5 also is associated with kind of being in the mix of things, like seeing all those problems, like and feeling like you have an attachment with it, feeling like you need to help them, like feeling like you need to help your sister, like you have some like past well you do have because family that's associated with past lives, people that you come into this life with, but like the 6 of Swords and then the 5 of Swords leading next to it is like almost like you going from you having things figured out to like almost like you having like a lot more problems than you can deal with. The Queen of Cups in this, okay, so honestly, like I think that in this case, in order to get more benefits out of this, I think you need to redefine the logistics of the project. You know what I mean? So like when the Queen of Cups is upright, that's like nurture. That's she's like the nurturer, like right. This could be just like the maker of kings, someone that's gonna make another person powerful. Like they give them the fuel or like basically the water of life, the water of life, the energy, the emotional intellect that you need to kind of solve these emotional hard problems with her. I think is more necessary, like just in that aspect, asking for that. Um, like more of approaching it in an emotional intellectual, because sometimes when you saddle yourself with others problems, especially your families, and you don't know like the consequences of, like you may not know what all their you may not know their past karma, you don't know their past like anything, um and trying to like kind of really salvage that relationship. The Queen of Cups is telling you that like, okay, in this case, like there's a lot of emotions that can be used for good. The emotional intelligence is key in this card, um, and it goes with like the 6 of Swords, because like the 6 of Swords is like it's like the water bearer, right? Because it's the Mercury in Aquarius, and so this is like handling emotional details properly, um, kind of understanding the end game also, because the Queen of Cups, she knows that she can make kings, but at the same time like she knows how she can do that because she's been able to like understand the emotions and the natures of people. The Queen of Cups is it's like it's so yin, it's yang, you know what I mean, because it's the water of water. It's like so yin, it's like powerful. It's like really powerful. So you need to have like more. I don't want to just like say emotional depth because that sounds like I'm reading you, but I'm not trying to read you. I'm just saying like emotion like a because there's just like it needs more form. It needs just more form in order to shine properly. Because it's like you're trying to give a lot of energy to this. Like you're trying to like have it shine really big, but it's like sometimes it's like you need to know what to ask for in order to get like the in order to get the desired kind of desired what's it called uh, the desired, fruit, basically. Yeah. Because, like, when you have the Justice card reversed, this is like the Empress also. And so, like, the Empress isn't really. She's striking, but it was like a wrong strike, and she didn't get the fruit she wanted. Um, that's what I would say. Um, I want to talk to you. If you want to keep talking, if you want to message me after the stream and tell me, like, what else, like maybe we can chat and, like, sounds like I need to do more. Yeah, I would definitely do a lot more research because sometimes when you do like magic, like when you do planetary magic like that, you really need like, and I don't want to.